Boop, boop. Hello.
The boop.
Hello.
Boop.
Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Aww.
Damn, I love that boop boop. Boop boop means we're gonna
It's
play
good
some
boop,
D&D.
Hi Grace, hi Cyborg, hi Kanik.
Hi, everybody.
We've
in the
noted the
chatters.
NPC name, Cyborg, thank you. Hi Wizard.
Yeah.
Congrats on getting first Jack. A red Jack first.
Thank you.
Oh, heck.
Oh god.
Also-
Oh. D6 been redeemed for whomever is the next person to, playing to type something in chat.
Yeah, technically Katie for the sub.
She didn't say anything in chat. She
It's in
just
chat,
she
though.
subbed.
Oh, I
She's saying
usually
it.
type something and I did it that time.
Hi Adam.
Sad day.
Hi Cyborg. Hi Grace. Hi Kanak. Hi Dragon.
I'll give
Hi
it to Chase.
Wizard. Wow, that's beautiful, dogs. I want to hear that in like a sage's voice, like doing
That's cool.
Thanks
Thanks for sharing.
I won't do it.
That's cool. Yeah, all right.
Good idea, but no.
Okay.
My head only
right.
has space for one voice, and it's half locked into an Athale voice. So
What about your own?
He's progression locked.
Oh, okay. Cool. Let's play some D&D. Last time that we played, our players were bumping around a library. They are here at the moment, locked in, because they teleported in to an already locked library. Unfortunately, somebody here has died. Somebody important has died, and we're trying to figure out whomst killed them, perhaps. At the same time, we're also finding that some of the books have been taken off the shelves, books that we suspect have been taken by the big bad guy. Now, we're trying to identify which books have been taken. We found a bunch of them already, and at the end of our session, after finding a bunch of those books, two things happened. First off, a party pal named Margaret, an elite tattoo artist of magical nature, knocked on the door and wasn't allowed in, and thus our party is now a little bit excited about the potential of maybe getting some tattoos, if and when these doors ever open. And also, after following a well-hidden trail of blood, we went to the third floor for the first time and discovered the body of a tiefling, an undisclosed, unidentified yet tiefling. And that was only achieved thanks to the magic of Athale, who cast the knock spell, thus making a resoundingly loud knock. And that's where we left off in our last session, around the big finding of the body and the big knock. And we will resume there once we've done our prompt. Our prompt this week. Anybody want to tell me what the prompt is this week?
If your character was a streamer on some platform, what would their username be?
On some platform. It's nice to know that we're not biased here. And their sleepiest.
Hey, stream whatever platform
Twitch
you want.
TV /
as long as
sleepiest
you're-
underscore.
As long as you're not playing on Roll20.net, that's right.
Yeah.
It's an anti-sponsor this entire time.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
This is like this
exclamation
is
mark
the
Kofi.
streaming. Sorry, this is a streaming version of like paying protection money from like the mafia or something. It's like we won't bully you and shit talk you if you sponsor us, but if you don't,
That's so
then we'll
funny.
bully you. And
Hey, they
Might be
can pay me to
blood.
stop. I'll happily stop for money.
yeah, like literally, like protection. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a protection racket. It's definitely a protection racket.
yeah.
I think that's a good good perk. Not perk, prompt. Anyone thought their answer for the prompt?
Yep.
Okay,
like it.
you go first, dogs.
okay, Athale's would be Athale streams here. It's just very descriptive.
Yep. Very straightforward, very blunt, very Athale. I like it. Anybody else?
Oro's is the real Oro, but she couldn't get the first one, so she had to pick another number. Maybe she landed on 5. Who knows what she landed on.
Whoa!
The real Oro 5. That's funny. That's very funny.
Oro is too short, so she has to pick a number.
I'd also actually written down the real Haiku 5.
Oh no!
Docs is a meme. Docs is a meme. Oh
So
my goodness.
I'm torn between two. Either something really like, in Nerly's opinion, meaningful, like Moonlight Serenade, that's also like a reference to something, or a pun like Sell and Yay instead of Selling.
That's cute.
That's good. That's good. Okay. Wow, we burned through those pretty quickly, but they were all.
Oh my god.
They were all
Haiku
great.
575.
Mhm.
That would have been so perfect.
Oh,
Those are
that took me
the
a second.
syllables of
Yeah,
haiku.
that took me a second as well.
Oh.
It took all of us a second, except for Jack, who it took the longest for, whose character's name is Haiku.
It did take me a second.
Not into
I knew it
poetry.
immediately.
I like the poetry, named my character Haiku. I love it. I love it. Okay, and what's happening in this week?
Well, it's just Valentine's Day, so we had a Valentine's offer on. You could get slightly cheaper booze, but only if you ordered 3 of them. You could get some little Valentine's snacks that were made in the back.
It also comes in 3s.
Also comes in 3s. You get a discount on the third.
Valentine's
Wait,
Day.
can I question the 3 thing quickly?
No,
Okay.
it's 3s.
There's no reason. It's just that I think if you buy 2 drinks, that's normal, but 3 drinks is a little bit more. So you're getting
I
more money
see.
out of that.
Right.
And it's that's perfect. Now, when you're setting the prices for these deals,
Yeah.
are you where are we going? Are we going maybe a little bit steep, or are we trying to go moderate price? Or even
Fleece
cheap.
for every penny of gold they have.
Yeah, we're
This-
going
this is-
moderate.
this-
We don't want
This
to.
is straight up me asking you how much money you want to make. But the question reflects you guys as characters. How price gougy are we going to be on Valentine's Day?
No, we can't be that price gouging.
As far as I'm concerned, this is straight up me giving you money. There are no consequences to this at all. It's just you guys.
I feel like you're going to bring it up in the future if we say, oh yeah, we take them for all the worth.
If you say we take them for all their
Yeah,
word,
on
then
Valentine's Day, you
all
had
you gotta do-
you charged everyone £50 for 1 drink. So
And now they
forget.
have no money, and
Yeah.
they've never come back.
yeah, bad reputation. -10 bad
completely
reputation.
forget. I have absolutely no idea.
I
won't
feel
remember this
like-
at all.
What we would do is we would have like 2 separate deals. We'd have like Valentine's Day packages where there's like a regular, pretty good drink, where you have that deal, but then there's like a more expensive one for something fancier
Okay.
to like impress your partner.
Mhm.
And maybe
Ooh,
it comes
yeah.
with like a flower.
Mm.
And the
Sure.
expensive one's just the same thing with pink food colouring in it.
yeah. Pink
Okay.
tax.
In which case I'll increase the. So I was rolling 3d20.
It was a crown
And then
roll
I-
table.
I added 1d20 because you guys have an expensive option, but I would have added a lot more if you'd said we were price gouging. Just because I wanted to encourage you to be mean, but you're not going to be. That's fine. I'm going to roll it
Wait,
4d.
actually, no, just to, are there where we have our inn? Are there any other inns within the region? Because I feel like that would change my opinion on this. Like if we're the only
not
option,
really. I mean, there'll be other places that maybe do food, but not like an inn.
so we're the only option.
You are one of
We've
the
got to be
only
nice.
And to be fair, our name is literally the blushing kiss in a wet was. Like everyone's gonna come here no matter what. About.
Yes, we're going to make a lot of money
feel like
even
we
though we're
would-
really nice.
Mm.
Maybe another 1d20.
Also, is it really going to be a lot of money compared to how much money we have?
Say we.
Well, I mean, Haiku has nearly 6,000 gold, so unless you're going to get like
Oh.
600 gold.
It's super helpful to know how much
Ow.
you guys have when I'm
That's how much gold you got.
putting you guys in a shopping montage at some point in the future.
Nobody
Alright.
has 5,000 gold, and Oro has 6,200 gold.
Wait,
You
how
guys
much do I
got
have?
Too much money.
5,100.
Do you remember when you bought like a potion from Extravagus recently, and you picked up a fuss about how expensive it was?
I actually do have
You
almost
hoarders.
6,000 gold. How has that
Yeah.
happened?
You don't spend it, and
You
then
don't spend it,
you
and you
scoff
forget.
when I try and charge a slightly elevated price for a magical item.
I'm always gonna
It
haggle.
happened. No, so what happened was we were letting Docs do the record keeping to make sure things got split evenly. And some people forgot that money was in there, and they thought all the gold they had was on their character sheet.
That's funny.
That's what happened.
It's so funny. You don't get to 6 gold without haggling. You're right. Like inventory managers are a gift upon this realm. Yeah. Yeah. All right, I'm rolling 40-20. You made 34 gold.
Wow, that is definitely the most gold we've ever made.
I think I rolled
Or you
40-20 or maybe 3d20 last game, and I rolled very, very poorly. I
We
rolled
got 11 last
Oh,
game.
3 of those were under average.
Highest
Keep in
previous
mind that, like,
17.
a skilled laborer, like an artisan, only tends to make, like, what is it, 2 gold per week or something like that? So, you know, adventurers ruin the economy. 34 gold's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Perfect. Perfect. Okay.
Oh god, we're the 1%.
Mhm. And that 34
And that is
gold,
why we're responsible about not overcharging people.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Oh no.
There you go. That's right. You can
And
just
we
Robin Hood
invested
it.
in an inn, and we're not price gouging, and we pay the person who runs it well.
Adventures of the 0.5%. Oh, don't forget dragons. Dragons exist. Anyway.
No.
Wait, Docs was going to say something about the 34 money.
I was just figuring out how much of a total percentage that is of the money we have as a party.
Okay.
Uh, it is 0.13%.
Yes! Every little counts, guys. Wow. Now,
That's
at
why it's
some
not
point
worth
today,
price
I'm going
gouging
to
the local
charge you.
villagers.
At some point today, I'm going to charge you 34 gold pieces for something.
Yeah. Or after we spent all our money on something else, we'd be like, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I've just
Sorry, I
decided that if Norelli survives when we eventually retire, she's gonna end up making instead of it being like a monastery or like an enclave, it's gonna end up being like a commune, like an affordable housing commune.
Oh, I like
That's what
that.
she's gonna end up doing with all that money.
The thing is, we're not. Sorry, apologies.
This
We're
is
not
like
just.
the 4th time.
We're not just cash rich though. Like we've got we've got a mansion for Christ's sakes. Like we're asset rich as well.
Are you trying to help your argument, or
No, I'm
are you arguing against yourself?
it's the first
But
time.
we don't only have a bunch of cash. We also have all this property that we're making even
And
more
magic
cash.
items, like
We could start renting it out while we're not there.
no, we're not
lives in
becoming
it?
landlords. Also, there's a portal to the Shadowfell in it, so yeah. we
Exactly, a
probably
whole new clientele.
It's easy to get to. Direct transport links.
Mm.
It's like a hotel that offers a shuttle,
Yeah.
the Shatterkai shuttle.
Okay. So, you guys have found a body.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did do
There's a body. Air D&D. Oh my fucking god.
that.
Oh my
said
fucking
that. We've
god.
I didn't interrupt to acknowledge it. It's really funny though.
D&D. That's so good. You could use the Shadowfell for storage. Yeah, but it comes back just looking sad every time. Just like
Covered in moths.
just so sad.
Yeah, don't put any clothes in there.
Okay, you found a body. Ah!
Another one.
Yeah, this is the second body.
That's dust.
Does it sound like anyone is like coming this way after the loud noise? or set of loud noises.
Oh yes, did we have Haiku try to slam their shell into the door as well?
Yep.
Yeah, I've forgotten that happened.
But the loudness is considerably different.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
You know.
One of them was followed by ow.
And I don't think they'd have come running after that because that kind of summed up the entire picture. That's just that idiot turtle again.
You can hear footsteps.
We should probably tell someone that this person's here. They're probably going to come and we don't want them to think it's us. Right?
I mean, they know that we didn't kill anybody. I'm trying to decide whether...
Those footsteps
And we
are getting
haven't-
closer.
Yeah, we haven't checked whether or not we recognize this person yet, right?
Nope, you've done nothing.
we
Would you
recognise
like me to? Sorry, would you like me to divert the person because that worked out so well with the guard in the prison?
Yeah, I was like, I think I'm gonna head back to talk to whoever is coming up. I feel like the knock sound happens, and Riley's just like, and just turns around and like heads back down to intercept whoever is going to be coming.
Sure.
I feel
Because
Because we
we
could have
guys
just
are
asked for a key.
Yeah. You guys are
Could have just asked for a key.
left by Nurali. You guys can roll whatever you want to roll. You can roll medicine if you want to try and identify the way this person died. You can try and do perception if you want to observe the scene without touching anything. Investigation if you want to get a bit more hands-on, get some more information that's probably more detailed and useful.
Before it's disturbed, I'd like to have a look with my eyes from the door.
Sure. Roll me a perception check.
Good, because I was about to shout hands on.
Can I help with the perception check?
Hopefully.
Yes, you can. You can, which means that Dale gets advantage. Hey, okay, let's take
I was
that.
looking completely the wrong way, and I was like, yeah, do you see that?
Literally just gets his head.
So you and Oro inspect the room, and what you find is that you can see that the tiefling that is deceased here has been propped up against the bookshelves. It looks as though they have been placed there. It looks pretty clear to you that they have not, died in that state. The individual that you're seeing is not a member of, or at least not clothed as, a member of the clergy or the monastic order. They are wearing quite fine clothing that would make you think that they were probably noble. That is kind of like a deep red and kind of like threaded to be not quite a corset, but close enough to kind of hold themselves in a particular posture. And they are femme appearing. They are very dead. Something that you note in particular, Athale, is that they appear to be wearing, at least their clothing appears to be stylized as wizard's garb.
I do not believe this is where they died. Would it line up with the blood that you found that led us here? And this looks like a wizard's garb to me. You can tell by the wizards.
It just says wizard on it.
It just says wizards embroidered with like.
You could have said
wizards all over
absolutely
it.
anything, and it would have immediately become true. And you said you could tell by the
I don't know
wizards.
anything. I don't know anything.
She's holding a wand.
Oh.
All right. Upon Athale's astute observations, I'll go in for an investigation.
Absolutely, roll me an investigation check.
Can I help?
Yep.
Sorry, we've got an adult with us this time.
Shockingly bad rolls.
So when investigating the body, you kind of take a hold of limbs for a moment and move them side to side so that you can kind of identify any other obvious items or things that are misplaced, etc. Any other characteristics that seem of note. And you find, sure enough, her wand is within her hands. It looks as though she was placed in this position, and her wand was put in her hand and held like this. She does have a big cut across her throat.
Okay.
Don't need a medicine check for that one.
Yeah, so that's probably the cause of death.
Yeah.
Or don't have to.
Very good
make it
makeup.
look like the cause of death.
You did follow some blood here, but yes, it could still be.
Just really
death.
into LARPing.
Does obviously? I mean, Athael's already said that they've been moved here, but like, if they've got a cut there, there should be a lot of blood. Like, is there a lot?
No, so you actually find very little blood.
See, that's suspicious in its own, because they should be.
Well, you find very little dirt at all at the scene of the crime,
Uh,
and on the clothing of the individual.
Are you saying this out loud?
yeah, this has all been verbalized.
If they were moved here, perhaps the blood is somewhere else.
Hmm. I mean, it should be easy to spot.
Do they have anything in their pockets? I want to check. Have any?
You absolutely can, yeah. You can also roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
I will help.
Lovely jubbly. You find she has a satchel almost. It's like she's wearing a jacket, but underneath her jacket she has like a strapped purse that is kind of like tucked across her chest, and you find that little purse, and in it is some jewelry. You can see that there are a couple of rings and an earring in there. You also spot two pieces of paper. One of them looks like what's essentially a banknote. It's not an IOU as such, but it is a kind of you imagine like the old dollars, like you can go to a bank and like a check almost that is made out for 1,000 gold pieces. And additionally, you can see that there is another note as well that is was sealed but has been opened.
I would like to read it.
Sure. Let me just quickly check my notes so I can remember her name. So this is a letter from someone called Hastings Mino. First name Hastings, last name Mino, Minoh. And you can tell that from the seal alone. The wax seal has the name Mino in it, and it appears to be like a seal that has the shape of like a trout jumping over a dam, and so it looks to you like a noble family.
Okay.
And the letter says something to the effect of, "My darling daughter, I have sent you with enough money to keep you safe for some time, and I have sent you with your bodyguard. I am expecting that you will return fully qualified, or at least in a good stead, to the Royal Wizarding College. Come back soon. We will miss you." And it just says H.
I've read that out loud for everyone.
There is no other person here.
Yeah, where's his bodyguard?
I'm not thinking about the Wizarding College. So did you say?
Yeah.
Like, is that? Would I know if that's close by?
I think you might roll a history check. I don't think anybody else would. Oh, no, actually, no. I will allow a history check from both you and Athale. Athale actually would have advantage on this, in hindsight. Okay. Haiku, you have heard of it, but you've no idea where it is. You're familiar with it being a very rigorous and thorough training school for wizards. It doesn't appeal to you very much, and in your mind, it seemed maybe a little bit extra. Anyone with any real skill would have either figure it out for themselves or, just read a book and not pay for college. Why bother?
Wildly accurate.
Dale, you are familiar with the Royal College of Wizards, in that it is in Suzale.
Oh.
You're familiar with it because you have spent some time in Suzale.
Mm-hmm.
Whether or not you interact with anyone that was trained there is another thing entirely, but you suspect that you probably would have heard of or bumped into members of the college, primarily because that is where war wizards are trained.
Right. Yes, the Royal College is in Suzale. I have been there. I did not go in, but it's there.
With an 18, especially given that your history is a +3, you are aware that the College of War Wizards, also known as the Royal College of War Wizards, is a very prestigious institution, very difficult to get in, and that there are members of like the nobility in Suzelle especially, people with money will send their budding, students, especially those they're related to or they are whom are guardians for, individuals who have magic ability. They will send them off to schools essentially, to make sure that they're almost guaranteed a spot into the college.
Mm-hmm.
There are people who will apply who have no formal training. Their likelihood of getting in is reduced. Less. Music is tad loud.
I changed it. Hopefully that should be better. If not, let me know. I sound good. Welk.
What do I know of? / is it a thing in this world? Is blood magic a thing in this universe?
No, not really. There are lots of different ways to access magic,
Mm-hmm.
and
There are like some rituals and stuff that use it.
Yeah, there are things that use blood magic, but the blood magic in the sense that you're thinking is not something that is often like the way people don't tend to access magic that way because there are easier ways, unless you are using sacrifices and blood on a grand scale for very dark and evil magics.
Mm-hmm.
It is very rarely necessitated. Like it's.
Okay. Then I say nothing.
I think we need to be maybe trying to look for any traces of the bodyguard. Because it seems like from the letter at least, it seems like the bodyguard is should be attached to his person practically.
Nerily.
We know.
Whilst these guys are having a conversation, I don't mean to interrupt you literally mid-sentence, but I wanted to be some overlap with what you're currently doing. Do continue your thoughts afterwards.
Nope.
Nerily, the footsteps around the staircase beneath your position as you're moving your way down to the second floor, and you see Librarian Bear Librarian Superior Bear.
That's so loud.
Yeah. I think I have, of course it would be fucking bear. I think I have parchment in my pack. Let me see what I've got. I do. I have, okay, good. I have paper and things to write on. So, I'm gonna like come down around the corner and I'm like taking a breath or whatever, and I see that it's a bear, and she kind of visibly is like, like pulls around her pack and like digs around in it and pulls out a piece of paper and like goes over to like the wall, I guess, because there's not like something to write on here, and I'm just going to write out what is the room at the top of the stairs, and hand them the paper and pen.
They look visibly pissed off at the concept that they've come to check on whatever that loud noise is, and you have asked them a question. Like they've come to investigate what is very audibly something happen, an interaction with the door upstairs, and you've just gone, so what's with the door? They have their own notepad that they write here, furiously scribble away on, and they write the word private.
I'm going to write, sorry about the noise. What is her name? Was it headmistress? Was that actually her name?
Mm-hmm.
The headmistress has given us a task. I need to know what that room is for.
Roll me a persuasion check.
Okay. She'll smile very sweetly. Make sure I don't accidentally have it. Right, exactly.
Holy mother of 24.
Yeah. I set out not to make a bard, but I forgot that like sorcerers are also charisma based, and I was like, well, it's just meant to be, I guess. And I am proficient in that.
Bear pauses for a moment, and then you can see that they soften slightly, and they write on the piece of parchment in front of their notebook, and it says just says the inner cloister. And they kind of show that to you, and then they bring it back down, and they write on it again. For meetings and rituals, and then scribbles again and writes them again. We lost the key.
I'm gonna write down. Thank you so much for your help. Again, apologies for the noise. It won't be necessary to make such a loud sound again, I assure you.
They nod and walk off peacefully.
Yep, and I head back upstairs.
You send your persuader down to persuade. That's what you get.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sure enough, you come back upstairs whilst Ethel is mid-thought.
I have a thought as well, which was, imagine if we had let Haiku go and do that, and it was Bear. How well that would have gone.
See any problems with that whatsoever? That seems like that would have
been fun.
Exactly the same.
It's funny because I think that this is so much character development for Nurly, because she like wasn't good, even though she's like well received in general. She was just not good at talking to people at first, and she's kind of like, not begrudgingly, but she has like accepted that this is something that she's finally figured out how to do, and like it's better if she goes to do it before like haiku, for instance,
Yeah.
decides to do it. And so I think
Yeah. She was once a little bit socially inept, and then she met some more socially inept people.
Now
And
she's
just
like,
realised
shit.
maybe she's not so bad.
Yeah. What was Athale's thought?
Athale was gonna say, I can't do this voice now because I'm thinking about it too much. Athale was gonna say something about the Alrius/Garius is like handy with a sword. Maybe they were
Yeah.
posing as a bodyguard.
Oh. That's
We do not
interesting.
know how Galerius entered here.
Hmm.
We do not know if they came alone or not. So perhaps
Well,
Yeah.
they did come alone because we sent them here. I sent them here. And this
Oh, yeah.
person wasn't
Oh,
with
yeah,
them.
yeah. True.
Unless they left and came back.
Yeah.
This person had a bodyguard?
Yeah.
yes.
You're a daughter of a royal who was going to the Wizarding College.
A noble.
Sorry.
Easy mistakes, mate.
Yeah.
Bloody Nepo wizards.
Is there anything else in the room that looks disturbed?
Yes. You note. This is. I'm rolling on from your previous perception score of a 21.
Yeah.
You note that there is at least one book missing from the shelves in here.
Is that
What is it?
a missing book?
Oh, what does the calculator say?
Calculator says, sure enough, there is a book
Beep,
missing, and
beep,
you
beep,
can,
beep.
using the combination of the two, you can deduce which book it was. The book is titled appropriately, "Turning the Pages: Monster Manipulation for the Bold Librarian."
Is it a book about those little flying book things? I love it. What was the name of the note person? Hastings what?
A
Minnow.
Mino.
Oh, minor.
Or Minnow.
Minu.
Minoh.
Or Min? Oh,
Does that why that name sounded familiar to me, and I don't know why. Is that a name that's familiar to us in game?
If you're
I-
familiar with it, it's because I've accidentally copied it from somewhere that I didn't realise.
I thought of the fish, especially when you said it was a
A minnow.
trout.
a minnow is a fish, right?
Yeah.
It's just the minnow, whatever part that sounds familiar, so it's probably just close to something from some game I've played at some point.
Could be.
Which
I'm
there are
very
only so many
easily
names in the world.
influenced. Yeah.
Not two, but literally only so many names in the world.
Yep.
Does the seal on it remind any of us of anything like we've come across thus far? Or remind me of anything we've come across thus far with like the mess with Alrius and Shar and all this stuff?
No.
Okay.
You suspect that this is someone who was sent up here, do some research, perhaps en route to some kind of school, some prep school.
Yeah.
And never made it to it.
I wonder if they saw what was happening, and that's why they had to die.
Possibly. Just caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Could we follow the trail the other way? We know what is at this end of the blood trail.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's the next thing to do, question mark.
By the way, Librarian Bear said that this is like the inner cloister where they do rituals and stuff, and that they lost the key to it. I didn't ask how long ago they lost the key to it, though. I probably should have asked that.
Someone clearly had a way in, although we also found our way in, so.
Is
Hey,
this
look at the door. Is it like a latching door? Like, if we close the door now, will it be locked again?
No. You can lock it from the outside, but not from the inside.
Right, but it's not gonna like latch itself if we let it close. It's gonna.
No, yeah, no. You can come back in.
Is this a dead end, or is there like more beyond this?
This is the only room up here.
And I remember this scene was described last session, so just as a refresher, there's not indication that this death was part of a ritual, is there?
No indication. No.
Okay.
It's weird that it feels like someone must have known this room was here. So, like, is someone in the library just know this room is empty and that they've lost the key to hide a
My
body
initial
in?
assumption, my initial assumption is that they lost the key because Valeria stole it to come in here and get the missing book.
Okay.
And then just used it to hide this body.
Can we tell how long the body has been here?
I could take a look.
Someone could do a medicine check.
Someone could help.
I'll guidance myself.
I'll help if I can.
Sure.
I cannot help.
Let me also put my guidance on there. I did say it. I'm just on my laptop, so everything's slow. 17, and I am proficient.
You suspect that this individual has been dead for about a week.
About a week, which lines
Similar.
up with everything, right?
Yes.
It's very clear to you that the wound is much cleaner than you would imagine. I don't mean just in that it has been cleaned. It's very clear to you that it's been cleaned with prestidigitation. The whole body has been, and you suspect that the trail of blood has been as well, and that you've only got lucky with good perception rolls to find them in the first place. But the knife wound, or the blade wound, is very clean.
Yeah. Expertly done.
This was
Like,
expertly
they
done.
know what they're doing.
And not in passion.
Right.
Not in what?
Yeah.
Not in passion, so this was done
Right.
purposefully and premeditated.
So they've been dead for about a week too, and it's not very messy because it's been magically cleaned, just like is easy for most casters to do. But this is also, and she like points out why the wound is like efficient and obviously like well planned. So definitely an expert.
Can I see if there are any like secret passages in here? Just like idly walk around and like check some books and.
Sure. Roll me an investigation check.
Guidance.
Oh wait,
You
I'll
find
help.
that
but, sorry.
it's too late.
Ethel did not say anything about doing this either. He just went and did it.
You find that some spines of some books are harder than others. One is uncomfortably soft as you poke against it, and it ejects itself from the bookcase, sprouts wings, and flies out the door.
For about half a second, I was like, "Oh Jesus!" and then I remembered those things.
Turn around and expect to see Haiku just charging out of the room.
Trying to grab it with it.
Oh, can I try and intercept it? Which way?
You could roll let's roll just initiative to see how quick you are.
Oh no.
Don't you have your things to reroll initiative?
I mean, I do
rolls?
have my
Anything
things to re-roll initiative.
Oh shit!
Wow.
Oh, wow, isn't that
One
sad when,
extreme to
it's,
the
whenever a nat 20 gets minused? It's so sad. What would you like to
So-
try and do?
Oh, shit! I didn't actually expect to happen.
That's
Honestly,
Haiku is
true.
the dog who
I-
went for the bird and wasn't expecting to catch it, and then looks back at you confused with a bird
Yeah.
hanging out of its mouth.
Yeah, you know what? We'll go with that. Haiku's just sort of like opens their hands to sort of look at it, trying to figure out what to do next.
Okay. Well, let's say you have the initiative, but you still need to actually be able to grab it. So let's go for a melee attack roll.
Oh no.
And for now, we'll say that sure enough, you grab it. So let's try and find an image that portrays this appropriately. So this looks like at this stage, the creature that you're holding looks like origami. It is entirely made of parchment, aged and well worn, in that it has gaps and holes throughout, as well as on the edges of the paper. You can see that it is written in throughout the whole page, that you can see that there are words and symbols in various languages throughout, and that it is very, very creased and folded into the shape of what appears to be a sort of drake. A very small drake that is probably about 3 foot long. Grand scheme of things, drakes, that's quite small. About 2 foot high. Its wings flapping as you have grabbed its kind of talon, its foot. It screeches at you as it starts to try and flap away.
Oh no. Can I quickly study it to potentially put its design to use as a tiny servant later on?
You absolutely
Yeah.
can. Yes, I'm
Or
not
in
going to
my
ask you to
memory
roll for that.
bank.
That is absolutely stored away.
Cute. I'm excited. Little paper craft dragons.
Probably
Lovely.
meet some horrible end.
Do any of us speak Draconic?
Oh wait a second.
I was like, don't you speak Draconic?
I do.
I also speak Draconic.
Oh my god.
Maybe
Can I-
see if you can talk to it.
Can I like apologize to it?
You absolutely can. I'm just having to now open a book that I wasn't expecting to have to open.
You put a pet in front of me and didn't expect me to try to get somebody to talk to it? No, I'm kidding.
Sure enough, what were you trying to say to it?
Oh yeah, just like sorry about that. I was just quite interested in you look cool.
So I grabbed you.
Yeah.
So I grabbed you.
I closed the door.
You close the door? Oh my god.
Click.
Uh,
Door's locked.
Sure.
I thought we'd
Uh,
already decided that it wasn't going to lock us in.
Yeah, okay. So it screeches at you. Let me go, 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 let me go.
Sorry, just just one question.
Let me go, 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 let me go.
That's why I closed the door.
Do you all?
Ask him if it knows what happened.
Ooh.
Oh shit, yeah. Okay, 2 questions. Well, first, I don't suppose you saw what happened in here. Points to body.
Let me go, 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 let me go.
We learned that these things eat like words off of paper, right?
Yeah.
while it's freaking out, I offer it the like piece of paper that I'd written on to talk to Bear in hopes that it like assists Haiku in like assuaging it by giving it like a treat.
Okay. In which case, I will have Haiku make an animal handling check with advantage.
Shit.
Oh dear.
Okay.
You know what? Okay. It ceases its flapping and rests on your hand, but its talons dug into your flesh. Like, it's not actively trying to attack you, but it is making its disdain very clear. You're not in any way prepared, like you might imagine, for holding something this size, and it is surprisingly surprisingly heavy, given that it's made of paper. But it is digging its talons into your hand.
Okay. I think that's an okay middle ground.
Let's just say, for the sake of context, that you take 3 points of damage,
Ouch.
slashing damage.
Paper cuts.
Yeah.
Literally.
So I'm gonna let you go. Don't worry about that. I just. Did you see what happened in here? You know, with the body.
Yes.
Okay, I'll be a bit more precise. Could you tell us what you saw?
Yes.
So please tell us what you saw.
What's
Come
in it for
on.
me?
What's in it for you? I mean, obviously I'll let you go. That's not really a thing, so I should be letting you go anyways. Also, should not be saying that out loud. What would you like?
It kind of eyes the scrap of paper that you guys have been trying to not bait it with, but as you said, assuage its disdain, its aggravation, its hostility, and kind of waits patiently for you to note.
You want more words?
Good ones.
Good words. Ah, interesting. I mean, I'm sure we're in a library, for Christ's sakes. We can find you some good words.
We could write some good words.
Or we could write some ourselves. I mean, we do have an author with us.
I'm assuming Haiku's translating.
Yeah, sir.
I dig in my pack and I pull out my prayer book and pull out a page with my favorite prayer to Celade on it and give it to the bird.
Oh shit! I'm
No,
gonna
really,
give
I'll
you,
be. Okay.
I'm gonna give you a point of inspiration for that because that's cool as hell. I think that's a cool little bit of flavor there.
Yeah, she's like, these are the best words.
Okay.
I translate that in Draconic and then add on to it. Maybe just humorous.
It kind of eyes them up, and you can see that it kind of it arranges the paper first so that it could read them, and the paper is now like draped, almost like it's got one claw holding it, and the other its beak is moving to see it, and it moves its wings to kind of like flatten it out a little bit, and it reads the words, and sure enough, as it reads the words, you see that the words start to disappear as the words are being read, almost from in front of your eyes, and you can see that some of the words start to appear on its kind of skin.
I feel like we really had this planned out.
Those
Fly, spread the word, little bird.
those good words. Those good enough.
This one was killed.
I mean, are we completely honest with you? We'd figured that one out, given that she's dead and, you know, for etc. Okay, I'll be more.
People don't usually store bodies in here. It's usually books.
Yeah. Well, that would also make sense. I mean, we're under the assumption that someone must have dragged her into here. I don't suppose. Did you see someone drag them in? And if so, could you describe them to me?
Yes. They were grey
Okay, I
and
sort of
angry.
relay this out to the party.
Grey and
Any-
angry.
Anything else? Just grey and angry?
And smooth.
Smooth. Were they wearing anything that stood out to you? I mean, I don't know what would stand out to you, to be fair, but
Nothing.
Wait, say like grey,
But
grey,
daggers.
like skin? Skin grey?
was it grey skin or grey clothing?
Grey skin.
Grey skin. Okay. I don't suppose, were they masculine, feminine?
They were smooth.
Oh, no hair, no.
Smooth
No.
everywhere.
Oh, it's like no hair. And I
Mm.
point to
Smooth
Aura.
everywhere.
Smooth everywhere. Smooth everywhere.
Ask if they had
Okay.
any like weird things about them. Like, did they?
Oh my
have-
god!
What?
What color is Mr. Blobby or whatever his name is? The
Wiggles?
mayor. Mr. Wiggles.
Like fucking pink.
Okay.
Oh my god.
It's smooth all over.
Poor old Mr. Wiggles back into this. He's
Catching
suddenly the
strays.
suspect.
I was like,
Wild
smooth
up
shit
to
going
do.
on.
He's a mayor.
You know what? You
Oh,
said
it's
smooth
great.
all over. I worried for a second that somehow Mr. Wiggles was also like an alias of Arius. An Arius alias.
Did they have like any really distinguishable features? Like my distinguishable feature would be my shell. Orio's distinguishable feature would be her size. Anything like that?
No. They were
No.
smooth and grey.
Smooth and grey. That's smooth, grey, and angry.
Smooth, grey, and angry.
Smooth, grey, and angry.
Did they get in? Did
Oh
they
yeah.
barge their way in? Or...
Did they force their way in?
They
Or was
unlocked
it-
the door.
They unlocked the door. Oh, that's useful.
They cleaned the body and the blood. And they locked me in.
I don't suppose you saw how they cleaned it.
Magic.
Magic.
It was definitely prestidigitation. I'd know that anywhere.
And I'm guessing you'd sort of flown in at an opportunity and then realised you were trapped.
This room was used all the time.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so how? So they've been in here for a week, but it was open before then, right? That's what's happening.
Mhm.
Seems to be the case.
Ask them if they've seen that man before. Oh, not man. Smooth grey guy.
The smooth, grey and angry person. Had you seen them before, or was that the first time you'd seen them?
It was the first time I've seen anyone grey and smooth.
First time you'd seen anyone grey and smooth. Okay.
They didn't say they saw the person get killed, right? They carried them in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
What if it was like one of your servants, Haiku? Because isn't there like a spell that wizards can cast that create like a spirit servant?
Oh.
Is that why they were smooth and gray?
Oh wait, you're right. There
Or
is.
remember how Randall used to kind of go grayish-y invisible sometimes and walk through walls?
I mean, would a paper drake have any concept of magic?
Well, they obviously know what magic is because of the
Oh.
cleaning thing.
Yeah.
But-
Yeah, but he said they unlocked the door They didn't walk through the door.
Yeah, but
Oh,
the
wait. Sorry, no,
servant couldn't.
I know what you're getting at now. Sorry, like the blurry type of thing. No.
Right, because if they cast like a spell to create like a servant to carry them in here, the body couldn't come in unless the door was open.
Hmm. Yeah.
Or even if they could make themselves be able to walk through, the body still couldn't. This person still couldn't.
Yeah.
So the door would have to be unlocked.
Okay.
So that's the only thing that makes sense for Smooth.
Can I ask it? Is it grey like me? Or were they? Because I can speak to Conic as well.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, really.
A bit.
A bit.
Not you. Didn't look like you. Wasn't Shadar Kai.
Oh.
Have read about you.
Well,
All good things, I'm sure.
Ask them when they say smooth, they mean no hair, no beard. Do they also mean no eyebrows? Like how smooth is smooth?
So,
they were a sphere.
A bald game.
so like, we're guessing like from your descriptions, they didn't have any hair or
No
like
hair.
eyebrow. And they didn't have like any.
No
Did they have like
eyebrows.
facial features?
No mouth.
No mouth.
Do they have a nose?
Mouth. Nose.
No nose.
Cheekbones. Jawline. Chin.
Yes.
To chin or jawline.
Both.
Oh, okay.
Do they have eyes?
Did they have eyes? Oh, they did have eyes.
It's becoming like Guess Who,
Hmm.
but like the board is like we don't know anything that's on this board. We're just
They have
like,
glasses.
glasses.
Every possible feature.
How big were their eyes? Are they like our size? Like 2 eyes? These size eyes?
Yes.
Did they make much noise when they came in?
They stepped like they were from the night. Like they had lived there.
They stepped like where they were from the night. Anyone figure that one out?
It's
It's
not.
poetic.
No, because the other. Wait, sorry. I'm saying no to. In my head, I was like, it's not that guy from that little hut we saw that gave us that little the juice that we drank and.
He was a
moths.
Shadar Kai.
Yeah, but I was like, wait,
Yeah.
he was a shit. Okay, so it doesn't matter. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I don't know how Nurli would describe this, because I don't know that she would necessarily know what all types of magic there are and what they can do with it. But I am convinced that it's like one of the wizardy servant spells where you can summon like a spectral person to do your
Sure.
bidding, right?
Okay.
And that would explain why they don't have like a mouth. And so every time somebody asks a question, Nurli is just interjecting like, I don't know what that looks like, but I know that there are servant options like yours, Haiku, but instead of being tiny, they're like people.
I mean, I
Talk about invisible servant.
I think one of them is unseen servant, but
There's
there's also
unseen
some.
servant.
But you don't see
that
an unseen
one's-
servant.
there's also there's a spell in which you can create like a golem of kinds made out of like clay
Hmm.
or
Homunculus, yeah.
metal.
I don't have any of those spells, so I don't know.
How tall were they? Were they as tall as me? Was Haiku?
Height like
As tall as this one, and it points towards the veil.
Did they take that book?
Yes.
Oh.
And then I assume they left via the door again.
I'm kind of thinking it's just another Shadowkai.
You said
They
it wasn't
said-
Shatterkai.
Oh, it wasn't. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not thinking that anymore.
Wait. Ask it what its name is. The little dragon thing.
Oh, apologies in all this questioning. I will fail to be polite. Do you have a name? If so, what is it?
You can call me Felix.
Felix. It's a lovely name.
Can you ask Felix if Felix knows what a Goliath is?
Felix, do you know what a Goliath is?
I have read about Goliaths.
Was
Said
it
he's-
one?
He's read about them. Was
It
it?
wasn't a Goliath. He had
Okay.
no mouth. He had no
Yeah.
nose. He had no hair. He had no features. He was angry and harsh.
What if this is Aris's true form? He's a little morphy little guy.
How did you know they were angry and harsh?
Yeah, if they had no
Hurt
mouth.
this person.
Sorry, what was that?
He hurt this person and hid them
Mm.
here.
Did it not say anything though?
He had a furrowed brow.
Oh.
It's got to be magic of some kind because it doesn't have features, whatever the thing was.
Wait, that it
was
took the book. That's the
Was
only.
it no nose and no mouth because it like had like a something wrapped around it to disguise itself, like a bandana-esque type of thing.
Oh.
Maybe.
No nose, no mouth.
The eyes.
No mask. No
No
eyes.
mask.
Well, no, there were
Okay.
eyes. There were
No
eyes.
mask. There were eyes and a brow, furrowed brow, but no nose, no mouth, smooth, grey.
Was it like
It's-
humanoid form? Like
Yes.
you are okay.
Were they opaque?
Yes. Really is D&D Guess Who now.
Did they
Mhm.
wear any shoes? Got any
They had
clothes
no
on?
clothes on.
I'm so sorry for catching this thing, everyone.
Any
I should have let it
genitals?
fly away.
Oh, jeez.
They were
Now we're
smooth
playing D&D.
everywhere.
Like
I
a
did wonder how you
cannibal.
knew that.
It was smooth everywhere.
Smooth everywhere.
So no genitals, no.
Did they have knees? Kneecaps? Interesting.
We are in a big library. We could
They have
go
kneecaps.
to a section for creatures and see if we can find something that matches the description.
I think we might have to at this point.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have
Hope it's a
answered your questions. Can I leave? Free me.
Yeah, fair enough. Go on then, Felix.
The door.
I'll open the door.
As it flies out the door, it perches briefly on a like a light fixture, and it turns towards you, and it says as it leaves,
Psych.
and then he changed shape.
What?
He flies away.
I in Draconic, you bastard.
Well, what did it say? What did it say?
It said it changed shape.
Okay, it was Ulrius.
And that's the Draconic word for bastard, by the way.
I'll write that down. Thank you.
They say that's what you always learn first, right? The cuss words. Okay, well. We already knew he could disguise himself, so.
Who changes shape to be this, nondescript grey humanoid? Like, that doesn't
Marius.
feel like a disguise, though.
Yeah.
That
Well-
feels like that would stand out to me in the crowd.
Yeah.
Not if you're creeping around in the middle of the night and wanting no one to know who you are while you're murdering Master Kolth and somebody who happened upon them.
But then why would you change so soon after? would you not leave and then change?
Well, he had to leave out the door because they hadn't closed things down yet. So he had to just look like himself walking around when he wasn't, carrying a dead body. I mean, it might not have been Arius, but
Yeah, feels pretty much
I
like it
suppose-
was,
yeah.
given that he grabbed the book.
Or the headmistress is right, and Arius is working with someone at the library, and they are still here, and that's why they had to change back into themselves, because
Yeah.
they
Well,
were working.
I may be able to help with that. If they are still here, I could perhaps try to locate them.
Oh,
Please do.
sniff him out.
Yes, sniff them out.
Oh.
I want to grab the girl's pouch with the notes in and the jewelry and stuff in it, because I'd like to try and set once we've sorted this out to send it to the family or something.
I don't think that's something that you would do.
With a commission, of course.
6,000 gold. Wanting to charge 10 gold to return their dead daughter's items to them.
One piece of jewelry, that'll be fine.
Is Arius a shapeshifter?
So what we think we know about Arius is that Arius is an Aasimar, but clearly is capable of being both Arius in their fallen Aasimar form and Garius Seriel. So we assume that there is at least some degree of being able to, there are spells that can.
Indeed.
That's what my tattoo does. It disguises self.
Have you told Athale that you are an Aasimar? Does Athale know that?
I think he has
might have
to.
mentioned about the whole celestial mum
We
thing.
definitely spoke about the
Yeah.
wings thing.
Yeah. That, and also generally being so apparently my mom is
Yeah,
a
because Athale was
celestial
quite
of
interested in
Selene
that.
or whatever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
And how Arius is my brother, supposedly.
So I can locate a creature if it is nearby. And if
Okay.
it's familiar to me, or I can locate it by a trait, like being an Aasimar, but that might not be useful if you are stood near me.
Oh, can it only do one? I don't know how that magic works.
Ooh, way! I might have something for that.
It is only the nearest creature of the description. Or I could try and describe Aureus, but having never met them, it may not be very effective.
I might be
And I
able
don't-
to help. Simply because it says nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier. Now, my interpretation of that is, if spell effects can't pass through the barrier, then this
You put
shouldn't
me in
be
a
able
hamster
to
ball.
detect
Yeah.
anything. Obviously, that's a Tom decision there, but that was
I think
mine.
that's sick as hell, and I would agree with that. Yeah.
So I can basically temporarily remove Neurali from detection. She's just a big ball, really. She'll be safe.
Big
Sorry, just to
ball.
emphasize that, you'll be fine. I mean, it's the first time I've cast it, but it'll be fine.
That's such a good spell.
I mean,
It's worth a shot. I was just gonna go to the other end of the monastery or teleport out for a few minutes or something, but I didn't really want to completely teleport out. That seems like a bad idea.
I feel like keeping your high-level spell slots is more useful than mine.
Maybe. I think your spells are very useful, Haiku.
you.
Well, it may not be necessary because if a creature is in a different form, then the spell is not effective. And as we know, Gowrius, he likes to use different forms. It probably would not work that well.
Gowrius.
Gowrius, whatever.
You combine
I don't
the
know. I'm just merging them all together in my head.
Gowrius.
two.
It's canon that Ethael never gets the name right now.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it.
Hasn't
blame
had
him,
the
that's
same
how-
like impact on Ethael, so it's like,
Yeah, he's not attached to this lore at all.
You know what I was actually thinking is like, it's that like it's the erasure magic like creeping in because Alarius is tied to Caspian. So to erase everything about Caspian, there are going to be bits of Alarius that have to be erased too.
So, just this thing you can do, Ethael.
yes.
Does it specifically have to be a being, or can you trace an object? Because presumably you've got this book.
No, it must be a person, unfortunately, or a creature. It uses their touch on the magical plane.
Unless the book was a paper drake. It probably wasn't.
And there are so many paper drakes here that it would probably just point us back to Felix.
Do you think we should have tasked Felix with trying to find that book?
Oh, wait, that happened twice.
Like a bloodhound, paper hound, inkhound.
I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna cast locate creature.
Okay.
And I'm gonna try and locate Alarius.
Wait, should we put me in the bubble first?
It will not be necessary.
Oh.
That is only if I was looking for an Aasimar.
Oh, okay.
But if Arius does not usually walk around in that form, it would not be effective.
Okay. Or the nearest creature of a specific kind.
Yep, but I'm looking for a
So
specific...
long as you have seen such a creature up close within 30 feet at least once. If the creature you described is from in a different form, doesn't locate a creature. Okay, so the spell is cast, and it immediately fizzles out as you do not sense Alarius within 1,000 feet of you.
That would suggest Alarius has left the vicinity.
Elvis has left the building.
Which would align with what the librarian lady was saying, who I've forgotten her name.
He's just
Headmistress.
toad.
Yes.
Mistress Laria.
Am I okay?
Yeah, Mr. Sawyer. I was like, Priestess Code's the one who
I'm
tried
saying
to kill
so
me.
many names wrong today.
It's just so many names.
So many
I
names.
heard that name, and then I was like,
We've had a couple weeks off.
shit,
so-
have we been speaking to her this entire time?
No, sorry.
Could you imagine? We go through like 3 sessions.
No. It's actually Goad.
Yeah, everyone's just.
It's like everyone's evil version is just them, but their first letter is now a G.
Girly.
Girly.
Goro.
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 Githale.
Or just grow.
Gaiku.
Sounds like a Dragon Ball Z character.
Githale?
It does, doesn't it?
Githale.
Githale,
Anyway.
but not the hippo kind.
What are we doing?
Like some type of security in this place which tracks things.
Listen, I recognise that you've been wowed by the technology of the calculator, but I think you're overestimating the technological advancements of this particular library.
I feel like a security system in the D&D world would be more magical than technological.
Well, you are an artificer. Is that really something that you want to expand on?
The southern part of me wants to say yes.
We need to do something about this body.
90% of you.
Yeah. We should probably inform someone of this.
That's what I was thinking. Because I think the headmistress will also know who this person was and what they were studying, or maybe have an idea of how to contact their family members, and I don't know, might even be able to help us figure out why they were killed, and also tell us if they did have another person with them. You know.
Perhaps there will be a visitor log that may help.
Yeah.
We could also try and find the blood trail going the other way.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do that first, and then we'll go talk to the headmistress, I think.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds like a good idea. Let's have a bio break
Yeah.
in the meantime.
Okay.
Let's do that for a bizzle.
Maybe I'm going to write
for
a
those of
note
you-
and put it on the door and say, don't come in yet, please. Clean it.
Sleeping. Lol. Please don't come in.
Do not disturb.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a good idea. In the meantime,
Just take an extra section of the like velvet ropes and put it in front of the thing.
Yeah.
We should write it in
Oh,
blood.
God. It scared me.
Oh.
What do you mean it scared you?
So
Indeed, tablet didn't.
It's just
it looked like Tom was going
Whoa.
like really fast. It scared
So that angle does look like it slightly morphed my features. I hope.
Top down view, yeah.
What a
I'm gonna-
good-looking lad. Right, okay. For those of you
Your
who are
eyelashes
familiar,
make me mad every time.
we're going to be right back. We don't know how long it takes, but it's usually not more than about 5 minutes or so. Stretch your legs, get a drink, go to the toilet, whatever you need to do. Back shortly.
Misbehaving in Jack's class is so funny. God damn. Be right back, I gotta run some ad.
Hello, chat. Just me and you now. Hey, as long as that picture exists, I'm always first back, Cyborg. It's a de facto win. First and second.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh. The cardboard that I've got holding up your face had a bit of like frayed cardboard on it. You know when you see like a dead spider or something, it's just like its legs are all splayed out. The frayed cardboard for a second looks a little bit like spider legs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not for me.
I have a tech question for any techers
Ooh.
or anyone who knows anything about this particular subject. It's not. Apparently, I don't know. Either this is made up or I'm not keeping up with the tech at all these days. But I was looking for a way to transmit. Let's say in this particular example, this is what I'm looking for, but it's actually for work as well. HDMI from like a laptop to like HDMI in, like HDMI out on a laptop to HDMI in on a TV, but like wirelessly, like not having a cable between the two. Is that something that exists? Because I saw something like on, general shopping websites, and I was like, ah? And Jenny was like, that looks fake. And I don't disagree with her. It looked a bit fake.
Right, so
I've not heard anyone else.
Do you mean like casting something from like your laptop to a TV?
Yeah, but not like a Google Chromecast or whatever. Like, I mean, like a
Oh.
little, like a dongle, like not a dongle, but like a HDMI in, and then a HDMI out.
Probably, but it'd just be like Bluetooth or something, I wouldn't know. Hey, Docs will know.
Maybe.
What will I know?
Doxy, is there any way that you can get a HDMI out to a HDMI in, but wirelessly, and not with like a Chromecast or something? Just like a straight HDMI.
Sort of.
Without like tons and tons and tons of like lag.
Sort of.
Because I did see that there was some like
You're just like the book, Drake.
wireless things.
Yes. There have been in the past. I don't know how modern versions of it they have.
Right. Okay.
But like Cyborg says, it's probably going to be expensive because it's not
Right.
very common.
Okay. I saw something that said that it was capable of doing it on. In this example, I was looking at Amazon, and it said anywhere between 40 and 60 quid for something that would essentially be a little plug that goes into, let's say in this case, a laptop, and then another one goes into a TV, and it would transmit across there.
Yeah, like those things have existed. You used to be able to buy like a PCIe card that had like 4 antennas on it and would do HDMI.
Yeah.
But it also depends on like what refresh rate and what resolution and
Yeah.
like
Oh
I
God,
probably wouldn't try and game on it because you're gonna
No. This is literally because, well, it's for two things. Actually, no, that would maybe impact it. My initial research was, I have a laptop, we have a TV. I want to be able to cast it without having a massive cable across the entire room.
Right.
But also at work, we have essentially a computer that needs to have something sent to another very big monitor elsewhere.
Right.
And we have a cable that will run it, but we don't want students tripping over it.
Right. Yeah.
So I was trying to figure a way around that without having to like. Yeah.
They definitely, you definitely, those sorts of things definitely have existed. I don't know how good they are because most VR headsets, as I'm going to use as my example, use HDMI still.
Right.
Even though that's a very obvious application for wireless.
Yeah.
That's true.
But
I mean,
that
those
might be
would
down
have
to the latency, because
a
if you
latency
had
problem,
the
yeah.
latency there, you would be sick constantly.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, like Cyborg says, the other way to do it is to have a device that you stream it to over like Wi-Fi instead, and then do it that way. Which is basically all those other devices are doing. It's just an all-in-one thing rather than.
That sounds
I've never
beyond
tried.
my technical capabilities.
I went optical because the TV is behind me over there, just off camera, which is over the like 4 meters that you can get 4K HDMI, so an optical HDMI.
Oh.
Which can go up to like 50 or 100 meters or something ridiculous.
Ooh.
But they're not super cheap. But
Right.
you can get
Was necessary.
full bandwidth over like really long distances. But it's no good if a cable doesn't help anyway, because you don't want a cable.
Yeah, it's well, for the case of we have a TV that I want to be able to like put my laptop on and like stream stuff onto the TV. That's just me. The other thing is actually genuinely like a health and safety thing.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
You can get the floor mat things that.
We've got one of those, yeah.
Yeah.
That's not enough. that doesn't stop people from tripping over things, unfortunately, because then they will just trip on the mat.
Yep.
Put enough people in a room.
You should put it at neck height, just up the ante. Just for like.
I've previously used full-on tables. Like I've just put tables over the cable so that you can't use that, and that works okay.
Oh, I thought people were just walking to the tables instead.
They don't walk into the tables, but it is.
You also tape it down, but I suspect that will still be a trip hazard.
Yes.
Get a longer cable and get some like stands and have it like up in the air.
Doing it up in the air. The only issue then is that it's like it's hard to explain, but it's a whole. It would be in the way.
Get some little ceiling hooks and like go across the ceiling.
That's what I did for my VR Birmingham when I lived in there.
That's good.
That worked alright for me, but that would also still be in the way.
I very nearly, like, you might be able to just see it behind me. Someone used to have a projector in here, and so there's actually power in the ceiling. There's like a dual socket in the ceiling up there, and there's also a VGA, and like a VGA port up there for a projector. And I very nearly changed it into an HDMI and USB. And then you could have like plugged a VR headset in up there and then had it come straight down to you.
That's really interesting to me that they were so against just having a TV.
I think it's this room used to be an office, like in the pictures that were in like the brochure, not the people who were living here when we bought it. They had like a full-on office with like 4 or 5 desks.
Oh.
And I assume that's why there's also like telephone wires like all over the place, and why there are so many like bits of desk, like old desk, all over the shop as well. It's crazy. Like our loft is half boarded out with old desktops.
Oh.
And like the cabinet, there's like in the like the little cubby hole with our hot water tank, there's 2 shelves in there, and that's another desk that someone's cut in half and turned into shelves. There was another like 2 in the shed when that was like in the garden before I got rid of it all.
Oh my god!
Like it's just like everything, everywhere I go in this house, it's just like, oh, there's another desk. Okay, cool. I guess.
Oh my god.
Considering like what was in your garden originally as well, that's like, what the hell was happening there?
No, it's not even in the forbidden room, Nath. But how dare you talk about the forbidden room?
Yeah. Banned.
Oh my goodness.
The first rule of the forbidden
goodness.
room.
It's no longer forbidden. Anyway, it's not full of crap. Well, stand to Chickpea if it's forbidden or not. It's her office.
Forbidden, just in a different way.
Come back to us, Katie. Return.
Katie, go there.
Keep going.
I don't know the rest of the lyrics.
Well, those
I mean,
weren't
you
the
got
original
most-
lyrics, so.
Okay, well I know that one line. It worked. See.
Katie's back.
Babe.
She's back. Okay. All right. What the fuck were we doing? Oh yeah, you guys had made a plan. You were going to leave and try and find someone to alert.
And
And
follow the trail.
follow the blood.
Yeah.
Follow the blood. Which one's which? Which one are you
Follow the
doing?
red brick road.
Blood first.
Blood first.
Blood first.
Thinking of breadcrumbs, but
Okie dokie. You follow what you can still see of the blood. As you do so, you get down to the. Well, you're still on the second floor. Sorry. We're going to go with first and second, as in first is actually the ground floor. First and second. And you're on the second floor right now. You follow the blood back down to the statue where you first found it, at the entrance of this floor. And then down further. As you follow the staircase, inevitably you end up at the waiting rooms in the antechamber of the floor below you, and you lose the trail. Someone could roll an investigation check if you'd like.
Is that the best
Or-
investigation?
Yeah. Investigation check.
I have 10.
Oh yeah, I've got 7. So, it's you. I'll help you. You've
Guidance.
got guidance.
Jesus.
whoa!
Wow.
Okay.
I'm very, very invest.
You find yourself at the loos, the toilets.
Okay.
The ones we went in before.
Yeah.
So that's where the blood trail has led to the toilets.
Was there not a janitor in there cleaning when we arrived?
Oh, there
Mhm.
was.
Yes.
It was the janitor.
Well, this was a week ago, so.
They are a slow worker.
I mean, I said there'd be a lot of blood. It might have taken them a week. I mean, is this an appropriate bathroom for Haiku to be going in, or should someone else be going in?
They are unisex. They are ungendered bathrooms. Go
Hey,
nuts.
not quite what I was asking, but yeah, go on, we're going.
What are you trying to? What are you asking?
Meant to be a yeah, ignore that.
You can fit in. There's no urinal. You go ham wherever you need to go.
Oh god, don't say that. It's just like a big wet room.
Nearly behind the door.
I went to a stadium once that just had a waterfall in the wall for people to pee on.
You.
No individual
big.
urinals or anything. Yeah,
Wait, what?
just wash it all down. They just had a big wall, and like there was only like a tiny corner in the bathroom, so you could just walk by and you could just see people standing there peeing at a wall. It was really weird. You couldn't see but you could see them standing there. Yeah, it was really weird.
Sounds like a gents.
That does sound like the average gents toilets.
Regardless, what are you wanting to do in this loo?
I mean, where does the blood trail continue?
You lose track of it here.
Ah.
And again, you weren't at this point. You weren't following a blood trail. You were following smidgens of blood that had not been appropriately caught in a prestidigitation spell.
Yeah.
Sounds like a
right.
blood trail to me.
I mean,
I mean,
It's
it was
like
still-
breadcrumbs. It's
I-
like
I mean, well,
bread
the
dust.
fact that it's coming from this room with a body in is enough for me to basically just call it a.
Sure, this is where the trail ends.
Yeah, I get that it's not, a river.
Yeah.
yeah, I'd be pretty sad if we missed that.
I mean, it was my job to follow the trail. I don't know what I'm doing this now. Especially if it clears out. I mean, how many stalls are in here?
3.
All right.
Does it smell like death in here?
Nope.
Ooh, is the janitor still there?
Nope.
Is anyone in here?
Somebody's in the study hall, still studying.
Oh, was it the dwarf that we upset?
That is the dwarf that you upset, yes.
Let's
Oh,
go
we
in. No, just
yeah, we should probably
investigate.
have a bit more of a snoop around the toilets.
Sure. Go for it. There are 3 stalls. They are very clean.
Kick each door in. Are you there?
Does a Thale say this out loud? Because
No.
if a Thale does, that's exactly what Haiku's gonna do.
Wait, what did you say?
I said kick in the doors.
Oh,
Tell me another investigation check.
I'll help.
guidance.
The chorus.
That sound like we've got
Chorus
sound
of-
bites.
chorus of give me good rolls.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Need a soundboard so you just
Oh
be
my
like,
god, 31. You find no clear evidence of more bloodstains, no, murder victim here, nothing too unusual. But you do see that one of the doors or one of the cubicles is damaged.
See, that's what I was gonna ask after you said no blood. Like, was there any evidence of a possible scuffle?
This is, I suspect, evidence you suspect evidence of a scuffle.
Yeah.
"This-
And considering it's like the door hinge,
Yep,
like that's mechanical. I'd be an
Correct.
expert at that, right?
you're gonna fix it. What's the
What?
point?
See the evidence.
Never mind,
How
see
you
evidence."
fix it. Sorry, my instincts just kicked in. Of like,
Is it not strange that the body did not show signs of struggle yet this door does?
I mean, it was a clean kill. We sort of established, wasn't it?
Mhm.
So, I mean, is it possible for it not to necessarily be a scuffle, but a body falling in the wrong direction? Or actually, no, it doesn't even necessarily have to be a scuffle. Like, I'd imagine if that happened to you, there'd probably be some instinct or reaction the body would start doing, would it not? Or am I thinking too much into this?
Given that you've got a 31 on your check, you somehow magically, maybe you intuit that you suspect that what probably occurred here is that you do the full like fucking Sherlock Holmes shit, where you piece together a scene with almost no evidence. You see where a small bit of dust on the ground looks like a particular foot movement on all this kind of shit. You full on like you Sherlock Holmes this whole thing. To you, this scene appears as if somebody had been caught unaware in a cubicle, and in response, slit the throat expertly of the person who did so. And in that scuffle, whilst the throat cut was expertly achieved, perhaps the door did sustain some damage by the falling the body. It doesn't look like there is a big like dent in the door. It looks like the hinge was slightly knocked loose. They are not. We're not talking like a modern office. We're talking about a dingy loo in a library in a medieval fantasy setting. It's not made of metal.
So I like relay that, like, Velma style. I mean, the next
think
question that sort
ahead.
of throws up to me would be, what were they doing in the bathroom to warrant that type of reaction to kill someone? Like, why the bathroom out of all places?
I open the door and I go to look into where the refuse falls. To
Sure.
see if there's anything in there.
It doesn't appear. It's completely cleaned out.
Hmm.
No pee-pee, no poo-poo.
Is there a toilet seat?
There is a toilet seat.
Is it, if you lift up the toilet seat, is there anything on like the hinges of the toilet seat?
Oh,
It's not that kind of toilet seat. It is a plank of wood with a hole in it.
Yeah.
So there's not a cistern.
No.
Damn.
Ooh, I open the top of. Is there? Can I look in anywhere else? I look under the pipes.
You've successfully identified all of the clues that you're gonna get out of these toilets.
Yep.
yeah. DM being like, please get out of the
Oh way!
toilets.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we spent so long in the cloister, now we're in the toilets.
I think, there are a lot of reasons. Like somebody might have been disposing of the poison, or he just needed to use the restroom, or he was changing out of, a disguise or something like that. But there's nothing in there, so there's no evidence to be found.
Should we maybe ask the woman who's outside? Because she's been trapped in here all week, right? The same amount of time.
Yeah?
There's still no sign of that guard either.
Yeah. Maybe we can ask her if she saw a girl go in the bathroom and if there was a bodyguard with them. Or anything.
I probably shouldn't be me to ask them.
After last time. Went so well.
I mean, there's an argument to be made that we already have some type of thing, but no.
Do you think that if she saw something, wouldn't she have already told them?
But if he hit it so well, then maybe she just or she's just so in her books she didn't realize. But she might have been like,
Oh,
"Oh yeah,
yeah.
I saw the girl go in. I've seen someone with a bodyguard. I don't know. 'Cause we don't know anything
Like
about
if you
this
saw
bodyguard.
someone walk into a bathroom, you're not going to really be waiting there for them to walk out necessarily, are you?
Yeah.
Surely the bodyguard could not have been waiting out here, though. Because otherwise, at some point they would go in. It has been too long.
Yeah.
So they must have already been split.
Hmm.
Maybe before we talk to the person out there studying, we should go back to the headmistress and ask about who this person is and who their bodyguard was.
Indeed.
And whether maybe the bodyguard left on an errand thinking that she was safe in the library.
Okay, let's do that.
Or it was the bodyguard who did it.
Okay, so we leave the lose.
Can I ask a clarifying question?
Of course you can.
You said the girl had a receipt or like a note.
Like a check.
A bank
bank.
check. Yeah.
Is that like you give that to someone and they can cash it in for money, or is that like you've got this much money out of your account, like a receipt, like they had that money on them?
It's like a check. Yeah.
Okay. So it probably wasn't to steal 1,000 gold from them.
No.
Nope.
Well, we could.
Oh!
Let's not implicate ourselves.
There's our commission.
Huh?
Well, you consider it, given the 31 investigation, you consider it notable that she had valuables on her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they weren't taken.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah. Good point.
And a robbery is usually a crime of passion. Not usually an expertly not eviscerated. Is there a word for that? I guess there's not really a word for that, like a specific word. Anyway, it would be messier.
It would seem it was from discovery, accidental discovery rather than.
Yeah.
Did he not lock the toilet door or something? God, get it together.
No,
Me pooing.
If everyone did everything perfectly, you'd get no evidence at all.
Yes, as someone who has been into the gents' toilets a lot, not all of North Loch. I can tell you that right now.
Also, I mean, she might have just been running and went and hid in the bathroom and locked the door. It could have been her that was in there, and he's the one who found her. So.
We should probably tell someone of the body before it is discovered.
Mhm.
Let's go to the lady.
Alrighty. So you go off and try and find Headmistress Laria. You don't seem to find her anywhere on the ground floor, but you do bump into. Whom do you bump into? Librarian Muna. Librarian Muna is the Aarakocra with the headscarf, who I'm not sure you've actually spoken to yet.
I know,
I
go.
don't remember.
So what is an Aarakocra?
Bird person. She is reminiscent of. Let's have a look at some Aarakocra.
On stream.
What does she look
Jeez.
like? No, not me. Head of a white hawk and white wings. Feathered all over.
Maybe we could ask this librarian where she is. I keep forgetting the name of the other person now. I've said the wrong name.
Headmistress Laria.
Laria.
Yeah. That's the one.
Hi, Noko.
Are we going to open up with speaking, or are we going to take the bear approach?
I think Bear is the only one we have to write to.
We could whisper, maybe, but to be polite.
Yeah.
Hi, so sorry to bother you.
Oh, hi.
Hi, we're here helping with what's been happening here for the last week. We're looking for a headmistress. Have you seen her recently? Do you know about where?
Oh, she's having her nap. Her
Oh,
afternoon nap.
oh. How long is this nap
She
for?
should be waking up any time now.
Oh, okay, great.
Should we go and get her? I can take her to your bedroom. You can just wait patiently outside. I'm sure she wouldn't mind.
Okay, great. Yeah, that'd be great. Thanks.
Okay. Now, you just come with me.
Okay.
I appreciate the whispering, by the way. We're very careful about our sound in the library here.
Yeah.
Do follow me now. I'll take you right there, okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Are you enjoying your stay with us here?
Well, you know,
Is it all business or is it some pleasure too?
mostly business. Yeah, not much.
Oh, I do hope you find some time to do some reading.
Oh yeah. Sure we will.
It's important that you get some time with some books, you know.
Yeah. Love a good book.
Oh, it's always important to get some research done, you know. Ron, you've got to get on your research. Got to
True,
make sure
research
you're
is
doing
important.
your study.
Yeah.
You've got to get on to it.
What?
Soon enough, you'll be joining us and you'll be doing your own studies here.
Oh, me? You think?
Oh, I think so.
Huh? Oh.
Look at you up here any day. Have you seen the section that we've got put aside just for you?
What section?
Oh, it's the kids section on the second floor.
Oh.
It's very easy to find.
Oh, that's great. Thank you. That's great.
Oh, I'm a fan of the Cat in the Helm personally. That was one of the best ones for me when I was a kid.
Oh, yeah. Good. It's nice.
Okay. let's go. Let's go. You seem a little bit
Haiku,
young to me to be working, but I'll leave it to
Haiku
you.
cottons on to this and takes Aura by the hand.
So you're just here for studying.
No, we're here to help headmistress.
Oh, Oh, with her studies, I'm sure you're being very good.
Yeah.
Okay,
Please.
come on now. And she walks you up to the second floor. To the north, you find yourself kind of in the. Let me move you on the map up here. Assuming you're on the right layer, but you're not. Yeah. You're not all here either. Boop boop beep beep. Be there. Be there. Everyone with me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, huh?
Wonderful. So you are whisked away to in amongst the bedrooms here, and Muna kind of as you stand, kind of where you are on the map there, and she says, "Now, do you see that door over there? It's behind this bookshelf. Don't you? I'll just push you apart over here. It's this door here." Just pointing to the east.
Yeah.
Now that's where Headmistress Laria will come out. Give her maybe 10-15 minutes.
Great. Thank you.
She'll have just had her tea and she'll be ready to go. Yeah?
Okay. Great. Thanks.
So whilst just stood here waiting, you note that the room behind you on the western side has a big no entry out of order sign on it.
Oh,
Well, that's suspicious.
it's weird.
I'll walk over to it.
Mm-hmm.
As you walk over to it, the door to Mistress Laria's chambers opens.
Walk back. Headmistress.
Stretches.
Nice nap.
She has her patented smile and closed eyes as she drifts towards you, almost floating on just on tired eyes. You just see her go. "Ooh." She stretches and you can kind of barely even see her like moving, the length of her skirts. She moves towards you, and she says, "Hello."
Hi. Why are those rooms out of order? Just wondering.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
I have a lot of duties, but managing which rooms are in use is not one of them, really.
Okay. We have some questions for you
Yeah,
from our investigations.
of course. Oh, yes.
Do you know of a girl that was here with a bodyguard, maybe a week ago?
Yes, we did have a guest. Her name. What was her name? I don't know. She had a companion, elderly fellow.
An elderly.
Well, maybe that's a bit unfair. A veteran.
Okay. Veteran bellow.
Some might consider him a silver fox, but I think he was maybe a bit dinged up for me personally.
We've all got our preferences, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Do you know where, like, what happened with them? How long they were here for?
No, I haven't seen them in a while.
About a week.
No, a day or so. Maybe 2 days. At least the tiefling girl. Yeah. I'm not sure about her bodyguard. I wondered if he was. We just haven't crossed paths.
What, you saying you saw the tiefling girl 2 days ago?
Yeah.
Oh.
Where?
At lunch.
I'm gonna check to make sure that no one's around and can hear us.
Sure. Yeah. Certainly, no one's on this level.
Okay.
I want to check that this is not an illusion of
of the headmistress person.
Sure.
How do I
So
do
you
that?
you can roll a perception check, or you can try and interact with her some way.
Oh, they're like, I've got some terrible news that I
Yeah.
need to share with you. Touch your shoulder.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach out to her arm and be like, maybe we should go talk in private somewhere.
Sure. And you touch her arm, you give it a gentle squeeze, and nothing changes, doesn't reveal some kind of illusion.
Good.
Oh, of course, we can use my bedroom.
Yeah,
Bit
that'd be
messy,
great.
but they're mostly shared, honestly. It's not really my bedroom.
Right. Oh, okay. Is it just shared from the people who like live here, not like guests, or do guests use these ones as well?
Guests would usually use the building that we have. Separate, but some guests were obviously closed in when the doors closed, staying up late studying.
Right. Okay.
The clergy, we tend to we use these bedrooms, but we will sleep in shifts.
Right.
Not all of us are awake at the same time.
See.
She kind of shuffles back into the bedroom, and sure enough, someone is sleeping in the second bed,
Maybe we
snoring very, very loudly. Is Librarian Joel.
Oh.
How smooth is Librarian Joel?
He's bumpy.
Is it here appropriate to talk?
Oh, it depends on how serious it is. He's sleeping.
It is possibly best we use your office.
Boss, yes. Oh, I see. Oh, it's very serious. Yes, of course. Thank you. We'll go to my office. Yes.
What if we just step into the outer order rooms for just a moment? Like,
Oh,
it shouldn't
I'm
take
sure.
terribly long.
I'm certain they're out of order for some sort of reason. We can just use my
Okay.
office. There's no problem. And she moves you along the hallway. Sure enough, you guys find your way whoop, over to the office, and she sits you down. Would you anyone like a tea?
No, thanks.
No.
Yes. Yes,
Of
please.
course. Well, pause you a tea.
Patient 0.
During this is really stupid. During the conversation, Athale will try to accidentally knock over the tea onto like the table.
Okay.
At some
Is there any
point.
particular reason for that?
So his thinking is like to try and make some kind of mess to see if the headmistress tries to clean it up with prestidigitation to see if they have the spell.
Sure.
I see.
Yeah. Okie dokie. Righty.
I think on somewhat similar lines, then we need to be very aware and keeping an eye on her reactions to the presumed news we're going to give them.
So she pours you a drink. You guys sit down at the table.
We were told
Have you
that
found the killer?
no. You know the room upstairs in the middle that the key had gone missing for a week.
Ah, yes. Oh, have you found the key to the cloister of Ogma?
No, we were wondering if you knew who had the key or had the key last.
No.
No, like
Although it would not be surprising to have it on Master Kulf.
yeah, yeah, that makes sense. We may have found a way in.
Okay. Oh well, you're adventurers. You're adventuring.
Yeah.
I gave you free reign of the forbidden sections. That's not really a forbidden section, honestly. It was just closed.
Just locked. Yeah.
We couldn't find the key, so really we should thank you. I'm assuming you didn't lock it again.
No, but I did put a note on the door just for what I'm about to tell you now.
Oh, sure.
That
No, they haven't desecrated the shrine up there, have they?
well, you know that tiefling girl that we were talking about?
Yes.
She's been dead up there for a week.
Oh my, no, I saw her the other day.
Week. She's been dead for a week.
But I saw her the other day.
The person who killed her can change their form.
No. That is deeply troubling. We're locked in here with someone who can change their form and who is a killer.
Yeah.
Potentially.
This feels like the
Okay.
right move for Adele to try and knock the tea over.
Oh.
Can you go roll me a sleight of hand check, please?
But if I fail it, surely then like that means I succeed
And
anyway.
if you fail it, then it means it's obvious that you're trying to get her attention and just sleight of hand. I'm gonna do you a solid and roll for her perception. She rolled a 14. Hugo, did you not like the tea?
I am clumsy. I do apologize.
Oh, he is quite
We'll
clumsy.
try and clean up.
That's fine. I can get it for you. And she reaches over and she picks up a towel and she cleans with the towel. That was a clever
Then I
idea.
prestidigitate
She's
it.
good.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you very much.
Of course.
Kill her!
Fail makes a mental note.
She was put there. She wasn't killed there. She was killed in the bathroom downstairs.
Oh, okay.
You've got a slightly wobbly hinge. As a result, you might want to get that looked at.
Oh, yes, wobbly hinge, very serious. I do appreciate the heads up. But she's dead.
Yeah.
She was a visitor from a noble family of Suzale, was she not?
Mm-hmm.
That is not good news.
No.
I mean, of course, she's any death within a monastic temple to Ogma is not good news.
Yeah.
But we have to pay the bills, and it tends to come from Suzale.
Yeah.
Since you're currently not open to the public and really operating, would it be best to call everyone to a meeting and have every single person that should be in here in the same room at the same time?
We tend to not require such grandiose gestures when we have dinner times and lunch times and breakfast. That we see most people throughout the day at one of those functions. Perhaps it'd be best not to worry everybody.
This isn't a meal though. It's now 2 people who are dead, with the person who deaded them currently, presumably at large in this place still.
Did you find her? She was with the bodyguard. Have you spoken to him?
No, I don't know where the bodyguard is. We haven't. We didn't know who he was, what he looked like, but we haven't seen a
No,
a bump.
I do wonder if
Silver Fox.
I mean, I haven't seen him, but perhaps you have. A slightly aged, a mature human gentleman, grey hair, white skin.
Grey hair, right? Sorry, I
Tended to
heard
have-
grey hair was like grey skin.
No, white.
Was he
white
smooth?
skin.
Very smooth.
He's clean shaven.
Oh,
Doesn't have a mouth.
Peach skin.
Wears no clothes.
Kneecaps.
He's
Does he
a-
have kneecaps?
Definitely.
With no
the
mouth,
kind of sword
but
that you
a
would see is
jawline.
the mercenary sword.
Right. Mercenary is a bit of a alarm bell flag for me, but
Well, my understanding, and I'd only heard this in passing, was that they were visiting because she was preparing for her entry exams to the War Wizard College.
yeah.
And we have books.
Hmm.
Many tomes, especially on our first floor, that allow novice magicians to hone their craft.
Have we seen someone around that looks like that?
Nope.
I'm beginning to think we need to go look into that out of order room.
Given what was in the last room that was inaccessible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh well, I would not stop you. But perhaps you could find our janitor, Easter.
Yes, I
He
have.
might let you in. I mean, you found your way into one locked door.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Do you know where the janitor would be at this time?
Usually, he has quite a task in cleaning the toilets.
Yeah, we were just in there though, so.
Those were
Oh.
just cleaned.
Fantastic, wonderful. No, I don't know where he is. I do apologize.
I feel like we should at least check the door because we don't know for certain if the door is locked just because it says out of order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Well, you are the adventurers. I will leave you to your adventuring business.
the reason why I suggested calling everyone into the same room is so that you could quickly and easily see who else might be missing. But also
Oh, I see.
because if you are by yourself at any point, you could be at risk.
Oh,
So
there's
at the very least, pairing
no
people
one
up.
would. Surely nobody. I'm not at risk, really. Who would want to do away with me?
Babes,
This
You're the one.
tiefling girl was, a rich student.
They didn't take her money or her valuables.
yeah, it was just that she
But
was.
perhaps she was some target, some family injuring another in some diplomatic turmoil in Suzale.
Or-
Considering Master Kulf was more or less murdered here around a similar time, I think it would be naive to rule out that they're linked.
Okay.
Even if
However-
just by happenstance.
It may be best to not change anything radically. In case we alert the killer who is here, who we do not know who they are yet.
Yes, quite.
That we
That's
know
why
them.
One reason I was perhaps suggesting we don't call everyone to one large room. It seems like quite a large indicator that something is awry.
And
But-
if we do not know who the killer is or who they will be disguised as, we will not know if they have actually turned up.
Well,
But if we see that tiefling in this building, we will immediately know. So it is probably best that not too many people know that. And
Yes.
perhaps we go to dinner.
Yeah.
very well. I will leave it up to you as the adventurers here. I have put you in charge of this investigation, and I do not wish to undermine you at all. So you may do what you see fit. If you suggest that I am not on my own, where should I go? Who should I be with? Is there anyone that I can trust, or are we concerned that they are all...
I feel like we can't give her any name of anyone that we know because that'll be the
I-
one who murders her.
I can. There is only one
we
that I
can-
can trust that I could leave with you.
Scythe.
Scythe.
Of course. Scythe.
Yes, it is.
An absolute pleasure. Yes.
He is a good boy.
Would Scythe like some tea?
No. I don't think Scythe drinks tea, I'm afraid.
Oh. Well, but one for conversation. Very well. Perhaps I
Good
could.
at gentle
I could,
pressure therapy, though.
perhaps I could put Scythe perhaps up a sleeve, or
Oh yes.
to keep them hidden.
Yes, that
Good
is
idea.
probably a good idea.
Wonderful. Scythe, hopefully, delicately slithers up an arm.
Have we told
tied
her
around the
about
wrist.
the stuff we found in the other room? The poison and such? Can't remember.
Not yet.
No, I don't think she did.
Do we want to?
It turns out Master Koth was poisoned.
Ah,
I believe seeds were at play. There's a poison that can be found in seeds that, if worked enough, can be used to kill.
I'm sad to hear it. Then it was a professional,
Mm-hmm.
and that professional is most likely still with us, preying on whomever.
On librarians.
On librarians, yes. And I suspect wanting to leave.
Yeah.
Can't imagine that they are happy being trapped here.
Which is, if nothing else, alone a motive to target you as the person who's making the call to keep the doors closed.
Yes, it puts me in a difficult situation because now the question is I must weigh, if now that we know that they are someone who is able to change their form, they're a professional killer and they have killed more than one time, that they have no, that perhaps I need to make choices about how long these doors stay closed. Is it safer for myself and for my clergy to have those doors opened so that this killer may flee and no longer target us?
Out of character question.
Yep.
Did we already ask her about the rest of the guests that aren't members of the monastery who are staying here?
No.
Okay. Speaking of, do you have a guest registry or something that we could
That depends on how efficient Librarian Superior Bear is at keeping his notes. Usually, yes.
Bear seems quite dogmatic in their work here.
Yeah.
I think the easiest person to pretend to be is a guest. And since they've already done that with the young tiefling woman, guest seems most likely. I doubt they will use that form again. We made quite a lot of noise when getting into that room. Probably have tipped them off. I'd like to go look at the out-of-order rooms now.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be good.
Of course. And Scythe and I will go about my day as if nothing had changed.
We will see you at dinner.
Yes.
We skedaddle.
Mm-hmm.
Are we gonna find the janitor, or are we just gonna go kick this door down? Because the comment about you made, Kitty, about they've probably heard us, means there's probably basically like a fire lit underneath them now, which they're assuming they are some kind of professional, are probably now even more motivated to leave.
Yeah.
And from a time perspective, do we go patrolling around the library to find the janitor to unlock it, assuming it's locked, or do we just kick the shit out of that door and make our own way in?
I mean, I could maybe
or
pick
use
up it.
magic?
Yeah.
Or picklock it a bit more subtly.
Mm-hmm.
We could try the quiet things first, but I think go straight to the door because we also don't know if the killer is impersonating the janitor and will just lead us on a goose chase at
True.
this point.
Personally, the janitor is confronting the toilet as well would be a nice place to guard the murder site, considering the body was in a locked place.
And the fact that it was cleaned so well.
Not the hint.
Useful spell for a janitor to have. Well, you can't clean something that's
Do not
broken.
have the
Mending and
spell.
prestidigitation are two different things.
Yes. Both of which I have.
I've never once used mending and I had it the entire time.
Well, you had the opportunity right then.
Wait, I just have the evidence.
Okay, so are we off to the out of order bedroom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So as you guys make your way over there, sure enough, you find the entryway to the store. There's a big sign on it, written in parchment.
Do we want to do some sort of like check for magic, just in case someone's got like a what's that thing where you put a zone up?
Alarm.
Yeah, an alarm. That's the one. Someone's got an alarm for in the room. Someone
Some
with
kind of arcana check.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Someone
I'll
could
help.
do that.
Guidance.
What is your actual modifier, Doxon? Arcana.
My Arcana modifier is 8.
Okay.
I have more balanced stats than Haiku.
Yes, evidently so.
So I need to hit things as well as cast spells.
It's actually not the best of rolls, considering I have a modifier of 10.
That's a good roll.
There is a smell of magic on the air, but you cannot detect where precisely it is. Not simply using the Arcana skill. The Arcana skill isn't the same as detect magic.
Okay. So there's a whiff of magic. Don't know exactly where from.
What does magic smell like? What do you think?
Ozone.
Yeah.
Zone. That's a good answer. I like
Yeah.
that actually.
Does anyone have detect magic? Shit. I could do a find traps and see if there's a trap. And that would rule out that, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, I never even look at my spell list in these situations because I am so confident that my spells are all healing and combat oriented.
Healing or damage dealing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But I
No
guess I should
utility to be
look.
found.
Yeah. Utility of a very specific type.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Unless the door's cursed. If it's cursed, I got you.
I'll find traps.
Okie dokie. 2 seconds. Beep.
Is there a keyhole as well that we can look through?
Yeah. There absolutely is. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out the answer to a question that I've never thought of before.
Oh.
What magic smells like? I'm kidding.
Should I put potatoes on pizza? I think
I'm
there is an
tired of all the
Italian.
weird shit y'all put on
Okay.
pizza.
It's an
We're
Italian
not
thing,
doing
I think.
potatoes.
It's not us. That's an Italian thing.
Well,
Is that
pizza's not
Interesting.
actually Italian, so that's fair.
Well, they put potatoes on it for one of their pizzas.
Okay, find traps. You sense possession instantaneous. Any trap within line of sight. A trap for the purpose of the spell includes anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect that you consider harmful or undesirable.
Undesirable, like
merely
an alarm.
reveals that it is present within line of sight.
Or a really
Okay.
bad smell.
No.
No.
It's just a stink bomb.
No, but everyone's suspicious.
So there's no traps, but there's a whiff of magic.
I try and open the door.
The door opens.
Fuck's sakes.
We knew well, it was probably going to do that, but we wanted to make sure it wasn't an alarm.
As you open the door, you can see that there are 2 beds in here. One of them is perfectly made, the other one is disheveled and apparently slept in. You can see that there is nothing really especially remarkable about this room, apart from a chest on the northern side of it, which, as you open the door, rustles somewhat. You can see the lid move.
I do not like that.
No.
Yeah.
Can I put my hand on the bed?
Yep.
The messy bed.
Mm-hmm.
Is it warm?
No.
Okay. I rest my case.
What do we think's in that chest?
You hear a
Me, my
noise.
brain. Yeah.
Hello? Hello?
Oh. I'm run over to it and
Oh.
open it up.
You're going to open the chest?
Mm-hmm.
I shut the door.
So as you open the chest, the that smell of magic becomes a little bit kind of more potent as you see kind of like sigils that were previously invisible on the chest kind of snap as if they were like holding it closed, or that the interrupting the chest anyway and lifting the lid snapped
Does
at
it
the
count as me
strings.
seeing a spell being cast?
No, this is a
Yeah,
trap.
okay.
Gotta
Yeah.
try.
And as they snap and the magic is kind of cast into the world, wherever it was, you find in this trunk, bound and gagged, Albert Humperdinck. At the same time, you hear the rustling of paper in the hallway behind you, and as you guys, some of you in the room, some of you out, you see that a large collection of books all kind of fall out onto the floor in front of you and form into a kind of gargantuan shape. You see that as a full bookshelf of books form into the shape of a origami dragon, and several other books in and around the the bookshelves around you also tumble onto the floor and take shape as well. At the same time, Ethel, you hear a Master.
Uh-oh.
You use for a moment your ability to see through your familiar's eyes, as you see you see the image of Headmistress Laria kind of offer a cup of tea to Albert Humperdinck.
No. No.
And that's where we will end our session today.
No, we got 15 whole minutes.
Oh wow, that worked out so well.
I need to know a really important piece of information.
course.
How far apart is the room?
That's a tough one for me to figure out. I'm gonna have to do some.
I
some
will
figuring
be
out.
wanting that piece of information.
Sure. We can figure that out. We can figure that out. I'll try and put that. I'll put that in my notes for my prep. Okay, I'll put it in red GM text. Yeah.
Really love the full EastEnders theme tune, right?
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh no.
It's funny because I kind of figured it was going to be the chest that was trapped, but Nerily wouldn't have thought of that. She would have just heard somebody and was
Yeah, of
worried for
course.
them.
Yeah.
I was thinking mimic to begin with.
That's what
Yeah.
I immediately thought as well.
That crossed my mind.
I
But
was like, oh well, she's gonna get stuck.
Wow. There were so many different ways that this could have played out, and this is not the way that I expected, and I'm very happy that it did. This is not what I had planned, really. But here we are. This is all happened. Cool. Well, next next game, we're gonna have to figure out what the fuck to do given that Headmistress Scenario is clearly in some danger, but you guys are too, and Albert Humbledink clearly not especially safe either.
Ooh. We're gonna have to all brush up on our fighting.
Shit. Yeah, you guys go. Yeah, come
time.
to next session knowing what your spells do.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game, everybody.
Yeah, good game.
I'm glad I got a sufficiently cliffhanger.
Yes.
Mhm.
Because there was my thinking was you guys would speed through that first half fairly quickly. So a combat would happen, and then we maybe do because I kind of like the idea of doing like half a combat and then ending a session in the middle of a combat and then starting the next one the other half of the combat, because then you get a little bit of both. Because otherwise, combat in 5e, given that we only play for about, let's say, 2.5 hours, can take a big chunk of that. So we'll see how things go next time. But at least next time we've got all sorts of interesting things to consider regarding the terrain and our objectives and our priorities.
We're gonna have to hurt the books to kill the dragon thing, unless we can find a way to release the magic, which makes me sad.
I'm just so glad that you left Scythe with the headmistress, because that really gave me a good opportunity there. Because alternatively, you would have maybe just found her dead.
Yeah.
Or not at all, and just had a nice little chat with her. Not realizing what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna start touching everyone on their arm. Forever.
Giving everyone a head pat, make sure they're the right height.
Yeah.
I knew Albert was acting weird. I was like, not being as well received as I expected to be received.
Well, as an end to the session there, as you're listening to the shouts from Albert, the muffled shouts, you're able to just about interpret the word doppelganger. Doppelganger.
Oh, I mean, we'd figured that one out.
Yeah, well, I'm making it nice and clear because not everybody would have figured that one out,
I was
given that
thinking-
I described very clearly what a doppelganger looked like several times over.
Yeah, doppelgangers are actually like a specific species.
I was thinking
So
of
just-
shapeshifter.
Oh,
And
Yeah.
that's what I was going to do a search for with locate creature.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I should. But I think it wouldn't work anyway because they're probably not in.
Yes, they would have been
Like,
polymorphed. Yeah, yeah.
They would have been
have
polymorphs. So it
been.
wouldn't work.
Right.
Still a good idea though.
I kind of forgot that doppelgangers didn't have mouths, so I wasn't thinking about those. But I also know that Nerly would have no fucking clue that those people exist.
Yeah, I was torn. I was sat here torn between like, do I try and give someone like an Arcana check to like see if they know, but none of you asked for one to see if the description aligned with anything. And I was like, well, 2 of you definitely wouldn't know. 3rd one probably wouldn't know. 4th one might know, but I'm not going to hand it to him that easy. So I just let you run with it. All right, that was a good game. I think we had some good moments there. A lot more poking around in toilets than I expected, but that's we've had weirder things happen in sessions. Much
Well, I mean,
much weirder.
we didn't get far away from sphincters, I guess.
That's true.
We
That's
started
true.
in the sewer, we're ending in the sewer, I swear to God. Started at the bottom and now we're still here.
Does the dragon have a paper sphincter? Or would a paper sphincter be effective?
Does it need to poop?
Though I have too many questions that I do not want to ask.
Just scrunched up bits of paper.
I used to know how to make a little origami paper bag that actually had like you could pull it open and closed. So there are paper sphincters.
They exist.
Oh yeah.
Right. GG's
Wow.
everybody. I'll leave
Good
it
news.
to
On
Jenny
that
to
note.
decide what she does.
We're gonna do a little raid. There's someone's username is Goblin_Tuesday, and they're doing a 12-hour one-shot for charity.
Oh.
I believe it's Pathfinder, is it? Yeah, I believe it's Pathfinder, but the
Close
Goblin
enough.
and charity. So that
Yeah.
seems like a good enough thing to do for me.
There's no escaping the sphincters, please.
So if you'd like to come by, spam some
But drakes
hearts.
have bowel movements. That's really funny.
Bowel
really
movements. That is really good. That's really good. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
That's really good. Come spam some hearts or some goblin emotes, whatever you can or want to do. We're probably going to pause when I click the end screen, so if anyone would like to make a face. You didn't, damn it, it didn't pause that one time, but you did great pausing. Good job, everyone.
Yeah, but that's the thing, we don't need it to pause because we pause. It doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
You're
I
right.
don't understand.
Okay, we'll see you next week, I think.
Yep.
Yup. Okay. Bye. See you
Bye.
later.
Bye.
Bye.